SeaWorld Orlando, located in, well, Orlando, Florida. This is Clay with the Pennsylvania Roller Coaster Club, and if you're not a member of the club, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and, well, that makes you eligible for all of the channel giveaways. But today, we're here to take you on a journey from worst to first for the roller coasters of SeaWorld Orlando. Now, guys, this park, it's been around since Disney, essentially. I think for many people, it was forgotten for so many years because of the lack of rides and, just the overall expansion of Orlando as a theme park destination. And this park is incredibly underrated and underappreciated. It really is absolutely beautiful. They put the same effort and energy into the SeaWorld parks now as they have for decades in the Busch Gardens parks. Really trying to elevate each and every property to the same level of excellence. And, man, SeaWorld Orlando does it just about as good as anyone. I would put this park probably closer to Busch Gardens Williamsburg than I would Busch Gardens Tampa. And I guess that opinion will make more sense whenever we put out our overall park rankings for 2023 here in the coming weeks. But I think very, very highly of this park. It has quickly become one of my favorites. And the ride lineup and the cleanliness, the overall ops, really big reason. But new and exciting coming for 2024. And we shared some footage of this being built, as well as some other YouTubers. Shout out to King to Kev. He's doing an amazing job. Getting new footage of the construction for Penguin Trek, and I am stoked to ride this. As I've said before, I think that this new ride model could be huge for B&M and really open the door to some new hyper coasters with two across seating for the company for parks that maybe in the past couldn't afford a full-size B&M. This might be a more affordable option for them to get a reliable product in the park. And, I think that is a positive overall for the industry. But the rides that are here, number 7, Super Grover's Derby Racer. So, guys, this is over in the kids area, so to speak. More in the... I don't want to say the Sesame Street area, but the Sesame Street area. Every Busch Gardens park seems to have one. This is theirs. Number 6, Journey to Atlantis. Another ride that many of the Busch Gardens style parks have. This is going to be your water coaster, if you will. And I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of these. I don't consider them to be a true roller coaster. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is, but just in my traditional sense, I think it all goes back to our overall thoughts and preferences, but, my idea that water coasters and these gimmicky types of rides, and even mountain coasters and alpine coasters. But number 5, Icebreaker. This Premier ride was one of my biggest disappointments in 2023. I love Pantheon just ever so much that I thought that this would give a pretty similar ride experience. And I guess for the most part it does. Just not with the intensity in the right places, if you will. It pulls forces, but it pulls them in ways that perhaps I may not appreciate as much. It is a great ride, and after revisiting a few times later in the year, I can tell you this is probably going to be moving up this ranking for next year as long as the ride quality keeps improving. I do like the ride, just not as much as the 4 ahead of it, which is truly a testament to this park and its ride lineup, because this is an awfully strong ride to have ranked number 5 in your park. Number 4, Kraken. Guys, Kraken was closed for a period of time for some refurbishment work, and wow, what a noticeable difference. I mean, it had been years since I had ridden this, and I was really blown away by all of the work that apparently had been done. And they're utilizing the trim brakes in a completely different manner on Kraken than they had in past years, to provide a little bit slower momentum through the inversion. So gives you a little bit of a sensation of hang time now, which is something I'm not necessarily used to feeling on this ride, or any B&M floorless for that matter. But still to this day, the usage of the terrain and these tunnels, and I mean, it really is an awesome ride. It's a great experience. By far one of my favorite floorless in the country. Not the best, but one of my favorites nonetheless. Number 3, Manta. Now, admittedly, I have not been to Magic Mountain yet. Big caveat on that, yet. But this is the biggest flying coaster that I've ridden. Different layout completely, and significantly longer and larger than any of the Superman clones at any of the Six Flags parks. So that being said, this is wicked. That pretzel loop, if you're in the back row, it is probably in the top 3 most intense coaster moments, maybe top 5 that I've ever experienced on any ride ever. And every time that I ride it in the back row, I keep selling myself that it's more intense than even I give it credit for. This is a truly impressive ride. If you're looking for the tame ride, right up front. If you're looking for insanity, in the back. Number 2, Pipeline, the surf coaster. So if Icebreaker was my biggest disappointment, then Pipeline, the surf coaster, would have to qualify as my biggest surprise. And, you know, when you ride something new and you've never been on it before and you get excited and you love it, you end up leaving the park and you question yourself a few weeks later, man, did I love it, you know, just because of the hype? Or, you know, what about that ride did I actually love? Am I giving it too much credit? So that fear is always there after you make those initial videos, you know, speaking and singing its praise. But after a handful of additional visits this year, I did not overinflate this ride at all. It is absolutely awesome. And, you know, who knows what this ride model is going to turn into, but goodness, is this one great. Number 1, Mako. Probably not a huge surprise here, but Mako is far and away the best ride in the park, and to go a step further, it is one of the best rides in America. Obviously, in our top 20 for the Pennsylvania Roller Coaster Club top 52, this top 20 B&M Hyper is an absolute banger. Love this era of B&M Hyper. You know, I love the staggered seating trains that come on Diamondback and Intimidator, but these 4-cross 7-row trains, these things just haul. They haul and rip through the layout, and this is a brilliant layout. Phenomenal scenery with the water. Some of these flipping over bank turns, they're awesome, especially with the speed that you're still carrying through this section of the ride. Absolutely amazing. Great job, B&M. Guys, please, if you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you could be so kind, please give us a like. If you've watched videos in the past and hadn't given those a like, man, I sure would appreciate you hopping back and giving some of those a like as well. It really does help the channel battle against the YouTube algorithm, and we really are on a push to attempt to grow this community. We couldn't be more pleased or more proud of what we have been able to put out so far. And we appreciate the folks that are coming along with us throughout the journey. And yeah, you know, it takes it takes a whole community to be able to build a channel and watch it take off and be successful. And for those of you that are in on the ground level with us, man, we couldn't appreciate you more. But thanks for watching this video, and until next time, guys, we'll see you out there.